Hello, the Sun is about to transit on 13th February from the second house to the third house of uh, Sagittarius ascendants. So, the Sun was with three more planets in the second house for the last 1.5 months. There was a four planet conjunction there: the Sun, Mars, and the Venus with the Mercury. These are the planets which influence in short term because these planets move across a house completely within a month or 1.5 months time. So they influence in short term. But the planets like Saturn, North Node, South Node, and Jupiter, they take much longer time to completely move across a house. For example, Saturn takes 2.5 years. So as they move slowly, they exert the long-term influences. So now these four planets, which were together during the last 1 to 1.5 months, they will be moving from the second house to the third house during the month of February. All of them will be moved. Prior to their arrival, the North Node is there in the third house because North Node is there since 18th May 2025 and it will continue to stay there up to 5th December 2026. It's a long time because North Node is a planet which influences in the long run. So the first planet to arrive here from the second house to the third house is Mercury on 3rd February. So it will come and join North Node in the third house on 3rd February and it will continue to stay there up to 11th April. So the third house is a favorable place for the Mercury. In fact, for North Node also, because there are only three places which are auspicious for the North Node: third house, 6th house, and 11th house. 11th is the best place, and the third house also an auspicious place for North Node. It's a favorable place to gain wealth or economic benefits. So when the Mercury arrives there, third house also a favorable place for Mercury. It will exert positive influence except when it is retrograded. The Mercury retrogrades during 26th February up to 21st March. During that period, you can't expect much of the positive influence of Mercury, but except that the rest time will be favorable. So altogether it is going to stay there from 3rd February up to 11th April. So the favorable influences are like the good consciousness and also proper execution of works towards achieving your professional goals, because the 10th house also is belong to Mercury. Lord of the 10th house is Mercury, and the Lord of the 7th house also Mercury. So 10th house means profession, 7th house means all the matters related to the marriage. Both the houses are ruled by Mercury. So when the Mercury is in the third house, it can aspect both the places. When not the 10th house, not the both. Yes, it can aspect both the places, both 7th house and the 10th house. It's a favorable aspect for the 7th house and 10th house. Then the Venus arrives on 6th February and it will continue to stay there in the 3rd house up to 2nd March. So the appearance of Venus there in the 3rd house also favorable for the matters governed by 3rd house. 3rd house also resembles your siblings. So Mercury and Venus both exert positive influences on siblings, but the Rahu, or the also called North Node, is not favorable for the siblings. Also, as these planets are in the marriage triangle, Mercury and Venus both can aspect the 7th house. So the Mercury and Venus aspects positively, while the North Node aspect negatively towards all the matters related to marriage. Both the Mercury and Venus aspect the 11th house, which represent the income and social affairs. So it's beneficial, or these two planets exert positive influence for the income and your social affairs. Then the Sun arrives 3rd house on 13th February and it will be there up to 15th March. Sun also highly favorable for the 3rd house, but it won't give its maximum, because even though the house is favorable for the Sun, the associated sign there is Aquarius. It's an enemy sign for the Sun, so it won't give the maximum results there, but to a certain extent it will give positive influences, mainly for your activeness, your courage, your dedication, your target, especially for your profession. Your personality and your courage, dedication, and all those things together with your activeness will be focused more on your profession during that period, also in achieving your other targets. But Sun and Rahu together, it's not favorable for your marriage, for your siblings. But Mercury and Venus are favorable for both of those. Not only that, even for your income. Mercury also aspects the 10th house and favorable for your profession during this period. So, at last, Mars arrives on 23rd February to the 3rd house, and it will be there up to 2nd April. Now the 5-planet conjunction completes. It's a rare occurrence. And the Sun, Mars, and the North Node, these planets exert negative influences for the siblings, while the Mercury and Venus exert positive influence for the siblings. So mixed influences. When it comes to the matters related to a marriage, there might be Sagittarius ascendants who are expecting to be married or already married, or there might be people who are not legally married but living together. So all those people and those matters are affected by the planets gather in this 3rd house, because 5 planets together means huge influence on 7th house, because 3rd house, 7th house and 11th house belongs to the marriage triangle. So 3rd house, there are 5 planets, and the 7th house, the Jupiter already there. In the long run, Jupiter is going to stay there up to 2nd June, but you won't get much of its positive influences up to 11th March, because it's in retrograded mood. But still it will give some kind of hope, and at the same time those 5 planets aspect the 7th house. So the Sun, North Node, and the Mars, their aspect their aspects are not favorable for the 7th house or the matters related to the marriage. And also the sun, not the sun, also the Saturn also aspects while staying in 4th house. Saturn also aspect the 7th house, that aspects also negative. So it kind of negative influences on the 7th house, but Jupiter will try to do its best from 3rd, not the 3rd, 11th March to 2nd June, because it will be in its natural movement during that period. So it will exert positive influence for the matters related to your marriage. Also the Mercury and Venus while staying in 3rd house, they also exerts positive influence on the 7th house. So both positive and negative influences affect your 7th house during this period, where when those planets are going to stay in 3rd house. The Saturn in the 4th house means it is going to stay there up to 3rd June 2027. So you might experience some kind of obstacles or troubles related to your properties, your lands, buildings, vehicles, your residence, and matters related to your residence. Those people who are expecting to be migrated might be successful during this period. Likewise. So this is the common astrology reading for Sagittarius ascendants. But when it comes to your personalized astrology reading based on your own birth chart, that will be more accurate, because your birth chart means the exact positioning of the planets at the time of birth will be shown by your birth chart. The exact positioning of the planets, the aspects with each other, and their states are all shown there. That means the story which was shown in the sky at the time of your birth, it's recorded in your birth chart. It's like the screenshot at that time. So to get a more accurate and more personalized birth chart reading, you have to refer your birth chart to a professional astrologer and get it done by him. And also you can get the remedies from him for the malefic influences. Your birth chart reveals your destiny, but it's not a fixed destiny. You can change it in your favor to a great extent if you have the will to do so, because the astrology provides you the guidance. It has been doing this service for hundreds of years. It's one of the main service rendered by the astrologers. So by using this guidance, you can strengthen your weaknesses, overcome your weaknesses, and you can have a good plan and work towards eliminating the obstacles in your life with the guidance of astrology, and you can work towards achieving the maximum of the benefits which are about to come in the future. So by doing so, you can achieve the success in your life by changing your destiny in your favor with the guidance of astrology. Good luck.